The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. The Hurricanes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Louisville's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fit. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Moss. They're setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Kick is in the air. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the S.
Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future. getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Hey, how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting two guys on him. I'm trying to take him out of the ball game, and he's still going to throw it that direction?
Because even when he's covered, he's open. And these guys work tirelessly all week long. They understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming out. You could put a third guy over there, and I don't know if that would have changed the quarterback's decision. I think he was still going to his big playmaker on the perimeter.
Back to pass. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Pulls and fires complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
On the double.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going up top again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to run it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has been able to force a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
This defense trying to stand tall on fourth and goal from the 2. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cage! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on fourth down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayava. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Brown. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Right on the money. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Got his man on the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Moss. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got it. Quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get into play immediately.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Looking to throw, it's back. Shoots it to the left. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll run play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to Brown. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cardinals will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's back. The sure hands, it's Daniels. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's back. With the catch, it's Daniels. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. The give to the back. After 45 on its way. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Here we go.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator, because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get...
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Trying to take it back.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
To the air, it's Beck. Got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds a tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Moss. Quick strike complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's caught. It's Bell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2 5-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. To the air, it's Moss. He's got him. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. He's not going to make it. And what a big stop for this defense. And they might be able to put this thing away. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Daniels. And he's knocked down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally. They showed that here today, dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble and throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Into the end zone. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Beck. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Coming out with it, it's Hughes. And the returner is stopped. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is